What is going on, guys? We are about to hit Hellhole Reservoir. We are gonna camp one night and then hit the trail. Hopefully some redemption for the samurai. Oh. So last year, actually I take it back, it's like 3 years ago. It's the first trail ride for the Samurai. The Samurai was on 31s, no power steering, horrible carburetor. Did not do well on Hellhole. Almost rolled it a couple times, but it was still a lot of fun. I had a great time. Samurai, not so much. This time the Samurai is on 33s, we're on propane, and we have hydraulic assist steering, so it should be pretty good.
I'd say the majority of the trail looks like this. This is right at the start. It's pretty much just a dirt trail with a bunch of loose rocks on it, but it does have some great views. This is definitely the most overgrown I've ever seen the trail. These bushes with these flowers on them are just coming in on both sides, and it is really tight. But all of a sudden you'll just pop up onto some rocks and then it'll be back to dirt for a little bit. The trail is a little misleading in that way because some people will get really comfortable and think it's easy, but there are some challenging parts later on and they kind of just come in clusters.
Unlock his hubs. Play a joke. That'll do it.
Coming forward.
I decided now would be a good time to try to kill Brian, but his cat-like reflexes just didn't let that happen. I'm starting to think that he can't be killed. We'll try again later, maybe at the bottom of the trail.
Okay, go real slow. Okay, driver, hard. All right, you see this rock out your window? And then start turning passenger once you go. Okay, passenger. Go real slow. We'll back you up if we need to. Looking good so far. Keep going. We're coming down over here. Yep, you're good.
So right now the trail just ends right here, and it's some really deep water. So when there wasn't as much water out here in the reservoir, you could just drive across there. This is my first time to the bottom. Yesterday we did a little trial run. We broke and we had to weld up that pitman arm. And then today we made it all the way to the bottom for the first time, but you can see how dark the color is right there. It's impassable right now. We had a couple full-size rigs coming up the trail at us, and you can see no wet tire marks. Nobody attempted it. I mean, it's deep. So now instead we get to back up this really steep, loose rock, and it's probably gonna be a lot of fun for the Samurai. It's kind of hard to describe Hellhole to other people because the terrain is so mixed. Like right now you can see it's pretty much flat. There's not a lot going on, but all of a sudden you'll just come up to some big rocks and off camber stuff. It's like right next to the edge of the trail, pretty big drops and stuff like that. This trail seems to sneak up on people. We've got our second break right now. We have a motor mount issue on the 4Runner, so the trail comes off as not too difficult, but there are challenging parts of it. And once again, my Samurai is getting a little warm. As long as we're moving at a decent speed, it seems to cool off, but when it's a slow uphill crawls, it gets a little warm. For me, just basically horizontal is about normal, but we're a little bit above that right now, and just letting it idle isn't enough. You've got to turn it off and let it sit usually. Here's some damage I got from yesterday. I ripped the flare off. And then this metal one just got kind of bent up. This isn't that big of a deal because I just zip tie the flare to it because I've done this multiple times, and then bend this back and put the flare on so it looks like that. But on the other side, I got one of these. Kind of hard to tell, but it's dented in right here. A little bit of a crease right there, but the rest of this doesn't look that bad, so I might be able to pull that out. Hope so. Driver.
overall, I had a great time running this trail. We got to meet some new people, got to see some new fixes, and we got to hang out with these guys from Mike's 4x4 Garage. It's really fun to wheel with this Cherokee and see the cool Dixie Cup paint job on it.
Really close to the bottom.
If you decide to come out and try this trail, definitely be ready for some fun rock crawling, but also be ready for some trail fixes. This trail's a ton of fun though.
Frankie, bust out the welder.